maame ne tasa ne wura wo ye wo su en wo bisa doctor fo ne say a doctor fo ewurade adom mo ama munimdie mo adawroma enti muntumi nya bibia mfansevu a wa anan no tise muta en wa doctor fo ne tase maame wa adawroma enti ne yese wa abra behwe ta wo ye doctor ni a ena we obekekansi ni say na yeye said ye tuo na si atete wonum nyina no. The only thing wo mu betumi aye ne say wo mu beta nan no na me ne tese won swin and so now we new option bia ana opia abonten ete wo betia ne say ye wie omra mehwe okọ ya okohu awa no na nani su biri no watesa ne wura ho ye pa say awa e katra wo setna fie man to America nko ho na awa akọ ho ne mu a eti okoka ne sire mu anti akwada yi 16 years yo for the rest of the life I will be do asasi so se nyame ma ne 90 years ya na 80 years ya oba benante enan baako ekura pumamu a na sa situation we oba be na ebe waawo wa na fa wadwumam wasetena be yedan enti awa so kwa akogina bonte akosresre scan na eno ne ade amaame no atene ho areta se famponsa wasi wo swin and so ni dinaya stage no atem da brede wade atum awa etwa ne nan baako
ene na memfa the inside of okrata no enso asoe na owura Kofi Totobi kwachi wono aye kane national security advisor na wo kasa e wa hanom a wo chese sisi ano nyame anim no kure ni tension wo my Ghana na doso dodo awudie ni si ya kontokwa ewuruka sem tutura sem na nipa prepra fam wo no edoso dodo wasese wode so mo oba no so ekọ e de abobi a ene na wode bebo Ghana man pani na adodankwa akufo ado asan se wono ne mpan so no ena asa de wo hu se de ode ne nan esi fom na waka nsem bi ama no atimi adimu na afei watimi ahwe ama asomdwe nsem na yiniti wo my Ghana mu da bia sei wose wo hya ase a wo betu mire no wa kire sie ahya ase wa ya waso west wagon ene e ba election ekọ so wose awuruka sam atutura sam eye ne ate committee ena mo hwehwem ne nkonkosi san ebe wi ache yehu ba bia bekọ akosi eti ya nka asam no ho hwe de e bia enam ne nsa so ma de ni si ye no ye ntwena so ye nya ni bibia so ene election 2020 mu ene Tachiman South eno so agudie koso ho no saa eno so ye hu ne ekokosi ye ene ye de ye nimu an si ye te committee saa wose ye bia na asa akwakosi wadwurei ebi na asa akwakosi wadwurei twese abrante kama Ibrahim Kaka Muhammad yakuni ya linkini ya ama nipa bi so kwa demonstration a wo mo nso bebre no afa mu eprepra ama bi nso asati na nanu wonse do wose we nyina no ya ka ne san ya no ane san na ame se ya ankase ya tie mamu na nso ye ni asondwe enti Ghana man pani na adodankwa akufo ado tension na aba o ma Ghana mu onfa ne nansi fom na won hwe no ankasa mfa ho no wonya asa bia obi ye bibia na asa de akoti committee na ene mo hwehwe mu ne ye hwe de bekọ akosie mo hwehwe mu ne ye hwe de bekọ akosie be wi ache ne ye hu bibia ye ba beka che de ye ba beka de akere Ghana fo na afiade na akwa foolish case woso no de ekoso e wo my Ghana mu awudie ne awurukasem ni nyina no onfa so mo boni mo obia e Ghana man pani na adodankwa akufo ado nti wonhwe na asomdwe ntimi nyiniti e wo my Ghana mu
na tell that part the court to be aba efa basabasa ye so far ya kan ye hu na we wo kotu William Adama what I said there is a reason you separate military and the police. One fight the enemies of the state, the other serves and protect the people. When the military becomes both, then the enemies of the state tend to become the people. Owura ya sama wa kan nyina ne say ya was sent to cry ya cha posifo ani asojafo mu baako e fight force we free abonten e ba betak wo manma say bia wo man bi sufo ya so mu ba beto ahye Ghana fo so a asojafo na kuti asa ankofo no na posifo no so ye nipa wo mu bo ye ne ayete wo man mu no ho ban enu ntina ye fra asoya a ehye posifo so ne say wo mu na ya asoya a ehye amantiaso interior na defense womu nso na boya ho ban so obi ba beto asɛyɛ nso a enti ekoba sɛ asojafo no aba betie si wo man no amu ene wo man ba no edi esi tututuo prepra wonum kunkum wonum dia ane na tere sɛ wo man ba no ankasa ene ya asojafo no atamfo enti na asojafo no atie si mu a womu ne wo man ba no ankasa ekon no. Enti wase when the military becomes both, then the enemies of the state turn to become the people. Asojafo no atamfo ayo man ba no ankasa sanse akwaya te so man ba no ye ho ye asojafo no ahi eno nti no mo ate agu ye so a wo mu eti ebridi abrada ebro ye instead de say enkasa say enipa bonfo Boko Haram ebeto ahye ye so a wo mu face wo no omu fesi ya yankasa internally.
Need 100.9 Ghana Montie Jumedi Sino Asiogwe na yeni abako tie de SOS message biaba se Sakumono Beach Road. Sakumono Beach Road was say track bi access you enra. Wade ne Marco school say track is honum say. Esi kwen mu kra abloko traffic in a very dangerous position awo ye kwan no so. Na track yes honum a wonim say ye twen say obi di ebi aneka ba kwa hyase na ebeti so ko nipa ko na wu ana bibi boni bi esi ansa na bi e ba ko track efio no ma enti was papa Sakumono Beach Road yes straight se Sakumono Beach Road track na esi onum se no enyi firo onum se na ankofa bibi boni bi amfamba
me repair phone me internet boy. I know everything is going for this world, but let me speak to you. It's a day double market. Me what? Many guy ojina rasta mo ojina any guy wa me pack for me to boom. I want them catch up with you. The way catch shina ko si say na me say ai fast na me phone 919 sharp. If you Ghana police service. As a civilian after we have to cut me down and call the fire service immediately. They will go telephone number say major no me fi get I collect it I call them. Fire service still not come. Hear me no me. Baby I pack the thing. Go to every do there. We go park here by 30 minutes time obi then I can spend about 1 hour 30 minutes obi am buy baba na say man me brother baso hey man oh good man hey Ghana you can grow obi ya the brother baso man buy me no I say me ko say na store no kasi we go do here what you na me catch you no me speaking to you in English that no me dealing the phone people bring phone to me I'm do it who the phone papa I see you as a person I'm talking to you. What I say, until me name Jamaica. I'm not. I can't speak lie. Me say money we here. I saw money with GM over 45 minutes time. Me the phone age, but I deal with my time. Be 15 minutes. I know be on my Ghana police service to be here. No, I didn't ban it. Hey, if I in Ghana, God can protect you. I don't know about that. You know. My friend will telephone number, mommy. Just send me my girlfriend. No more 0205849. I mean the first best. No, me speak here. They give it to me. I collect it. I call. Tell me no more. Baby, I pack it to have you do. Me buy it. No be on buy it. Until you want to have. Me ya my. Also no more buy. Now we be on your fair. Now Ghana hana one. I speak truth. The two are set you free. 0205849. Me the first person I call.
Well, say be a refia we abrantie domi market na she wode ne nsem de to dwa na che se otum yes enibira ba papa e Ghana hanum say domi market eja to mu ana she na otum se yensesan suban no that still eno abia na sensi se we nso esi ya fire service we
It's a 3-story building. It's a fire service. You show say a jato building. Now to be the 9 months here. Everybody say a ja. She am pa. Yakubo be busao. Obi e ja pade na ocean. Penny our fire service. See am pamono at once. Penny our fire service. See am pamono net. Akufor see am pamono net. Penny our fire service. Akufor am pamono net. If you say last time at all Ah, I can't. Offer. Onim Nansa Bakukra. Robert, you can see from the video. Any? You can see from the video. And just a common robber. Billboard by electrician room. And a jar too. And you go fire service of food, so they are not coming. And you're not to call. You go through Holo. Amon Nancy or Monam. But just a dash. How can this be happening? Yes, a Ghanaian 64 years of independence. As a fire officer. Yes, he got no robber, common robber. At the machine. Oh, by Omanatiba Moon, I'm so much no McCoy. I'm a empty car. Ghana. Robber, let him match a 3-story building. 3-story building. Obia Japan here. Ah, any program home price more than 10,000.
If you're me watch you, if you're yes, on, yes, on.
Machi, if you're
what's cool, fresh and trendy with a new look? Makes you feel real good, that refreshing vibe. Satisfies you right just the way you like. Do you know? Do you know? Do you know? Ain't gotta do it alone. Specialized makes you glow. Anytime, anywhere. Specialized feel different. Always think Special Ice Natural Mineral Water. Feel different. Think special. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA. If you're me watch you, if you're yes, on, yes, on.
Machi, if you're make sure on your so.
Hey, Evra, and first I'm so. What? I by first such yammy. Muyam no.
Once what prepare.
Hey, oh, what fee? With the men person if you're a becon. If you're right, with your quasarabo. Everybody. Mama quasari. Yeah, Papa. Everybody castle. What? It was a so bad shower crab kumpo. Winya. Onipa da sane timi koto this way chocolate drink no ne yere ne ma edi so ahia twabia nom anopa no wi a wasade bia hye fridge mu wo mako school pon a wasan ba be yia nom enu mpore se ne nka ne twaso mu pa ene ye rekore ne fie wura beti ha anopa dio awia dio enumre dia mo no makodeo mo mame na mu wi a ma sora akotra so ndem se ye kosum ya
Bese na dia ya late nso me yanki kabinje fiera ya wi ya kwasere body fache ke efiera wuti fia say light we no water bi ba wunchia bi wo bo asa sika na ne fa koto this way chocolate drink na ba nom
hwe me catch you play fa said this way chocolate drink no metumi ato bi pa na so na me de so mo ahwe wate e de me hia ne nsuohie na nsuohie so me ntoi se me bufu a metumi ato bag mu a wate yeah fiera we nko ade ma abunfu me koto me
fiera fi de ya bre ma abunfu bi
munyam sumponie munyam sumponie na mo ba ya trimodefo
FDA ahwe se adwede nkratoe mo agye atum se eye
Neat 100.9 Ghana Montie Jumedi Sunu Asiogo. Our breakfast and we're serving you this morning. Well, ubetimi ahwe our Facebook. We're streaming live as well. No so be share Chakwan Neat FM 100.9, Neat FM 100.9. Your station, our station. We also on YouTube as well. Despite media, no wetimi tie Jumedi ne bi follow. We ni ediechi. Yan call your name na yan twa so anope. Yan G and komono bi enfi de bon kratan. But before I beg you the bon kratan mu komono. My drink channel being so wahadwa temu papa enti ma making kan kakra na yenko yenim now rainbow or kaswasi those who deliberately burn market and government institutions for their political gains will definitely face the consequences one day. How can we do this to ourselves? God save Ghana. Rainbow kaswa. Well, I'm not sure you're saying that someone burnt the market. Richfield Achu Anagli from Medina UPSS. Ghana Fire Service seems not to be proactive enough whenever there is a disaster. Authorities that were assigned the availability of water have neglected their responsibility and play draft and ludo instead. So, Richfield, no, they are not by. In fact, Ghana, we have a long way to go. Because how can we be having fire service tenders, fire service tenders, fire tenders with no water in them? And all our president knows is Mesha Kasanti Abusokai. Be careful, what? Yanko Edimian Twasu, the one crater.
Abusuafo de break the abakrata fe toso miensa no wote se wotena awurade dom ya ne ya wukuada na de tia ya da ya wada mampeni na nado danko akufu ado ehia nsamtrafo atitiriwu a ewo Ghana ha na nsamtrafo a mampeni na nado ehia wemu ya wada no morning show hostfo no wemu nyina abekọ enti wo ba ya fia anim se yi a kwasi aboagye the darling boy wabekọ nsiamudie ni bi wakwa ni producer wadame eka no ho tema nje no akwa me sefa kan wabekọ ni producer eta na
but you now so can dia kan wo de wakate na kan ade
kwasi se ntem trefo na
na
me de se me da me kwasi kwa na me di na chi kwa me de akobi
omudi prako
ana chairman gen uti ana omo maka ya nso
mami nkodi konkora mesa ba ni ato so Mensa Thompson executive director ma sepa na mobekaya before ni ebeyi speaker foforo no asem bi pie ewo ye mrahye bedwem wo moto aba no mrahye bedweni Carlos Ahenkra fa ballot box and baba we did American ne ka ho na ye yan ntie se asafafo a petition speaker ye ni ho enkomo ye ni ura Mensa Thompson of Asepa ni nkomo ura Mensa Thompson da se mo akwa baba ni TFM so
yo men
na empo mo
ade achi ye ni etin kwamu ide de nyame ase
we dia misra mi bisa o na ayembia Asepa manfa mo ho anye en wo ya kire ya ekoso munni gidie wo NDC mabunu no
Pacho, there are different ways of supporting a protest.
Okay. Okay.
And there are different ways.
But you say,
oh, there are different ways. Say one, believing and promoting the cause of the demonstration. Yes, and near KOSI, it is not a one-day thing. In fact, it's a campaign that we've been doing for some time now. What I say, yet how much I think what the NDC is doing is good. I think that we need some of these things to shape our democracy and to ensure that the people insist on their rights as citizens. But that's what I'm saying. You can also, in your own way, through advocacy and others, bring more attention to the issues that they are raising. Because at the end of the day, and yet, it is the message you are carrying across. And if there are other ways where we can carry those messages across without necessarily being part of the demonstration, but supporting them behind the scenes, why not? I think we can do that.
So you need come asema babeto dwa say Asepa for my petition speaker about idea honorable Carlos Ahenkra bra na emrahye no yi speaker for no no kure any ensam no ninchechire mu
that's bio I said na wuchire mu no yabekaya on this midnight 6th January 2021 na the 8th Parliament, the 7th Parliament, a dissolve Yaswe in the 8th Parliament, a normal big echo so Mercedes na and Chaye. Ye did kind a sojaphobia who could take to a name everything in him there or more order say, or mutiny a cockura chamber of Parliament. You're more too near Sangomano Kuran, the Chamber of Parliament. Sadia na esi no egu democracy ne ho fin pa. Near tosu mienu ye mra ya to Speaker of Parliament abana wi a ye kan. Ya sorted ballots no egu nchen afana ye kan ya kan afa ba ko de awie ama afana hu se wadi ntwo na member of Parliament itimi drimi kako drinsako bo ballot papers hu etam every up to the appointment nya banche hono bi a owe na amanfo edi egu so ma se bi de fio na bi pa na pempema I mean, idea sebi enim kwase na sandoma we nyina no ebesi na yente ho asem enti yawada yakosra Speaker of Parliament yako born abaso ko share ne bin yakoye ne yesi
asepa.
Yes, asepa.
Okay.
Yes, we paid the courtesy call on the Speaker of Parliament to congratulate him because only the first Speaker of Parliament from an opposition party, EBC, and to say civil society organizations, a number of us are willing and ready to support him to discharge on his mandate as Speaker of the 8th Parliament. And then boom, and no matter back anka yenebeji say obetu ho na mawamaye the kan say obete committee na omahwehwe ensema isi on midnight 6 January nim against the kan ye military form ba Masebedwe fie ho no na de toso mienu ye member of Parliament here ono so ekowia ballot papers na already na adia yera Carlos ye no okay. Sections 28, 29, and 30 of the Standing Orders of Parliament are very, very, very profound. So kind part of the Standing Orders. Number kind, Section 256, also of the Criminal Code. Now you understand why we have sent this petition to the Speaker of Parliament. What kind Section 28 of the Standing Orders of Parliament now say an act or omission which obstructs or impedes Parliament in the performance of its function, or which obstructs or impedes a member or officer of Parliament in the discharge of his duties, or affront the dignity of Parliament, or which either directly or indirectly produce such results, shall be contempt of Parliament. Inti asojafua muniko rahwa omoko interrupt a parliamentary process. Also, to interfere with the officers of Parliament in the performance of their duty, it is. I'm trying to say if they are in contempt of Parliament, that issue.
But ABC said, "Sir, time no cry no near Parliament, near your idea your Parliament."
Yes, that was a clear session of Parliament. You don't have Parliament when you have Speaker. You have Parliament when you sworn the members of Parliament in. So at that time, they have sworn the members of Parliament in, who were then electing their Speaker. So it was a parliamentary proceeding. What kind of Section 29 of the same Standing Orders will say, where an act or omission which constitute contempt of Parliament is an offence under the criminal law. The exercise by Parliament of the powers to punish for contempt shall not be a bar to the institution of proceedings under the criminal law. It's the way, OK 29, or say when an act or omission which constitute contempt of Parliament is an offence under the criminal law, then the exercise by Parliament of the power to punish for contempt shall not be a bar to the institution of proceedings under the criminal law. So when Carlos the Carlos here, let me end this point quickly.
Okay.
The Carlos here, one. It is in violation of the Standing Orders of Parliament. It is a contempt of Parliament.
Which provision?
It is also against the criminal code.
Which provision of the Standing Orders?
Sorry.
Which of the Standing Orders?
The current Standing Orders of Parliament, Section 28, 29, and 30.
The current Standing Order.
Yes, the Standing Orders of Parliament, Section 28 and 29. and 30.
Me need the current one, but what does he say? Meaning so what the kind of for what does it?
Standing orders in Amakayama.
And now kind.
Yes, I don't know American, Section 28 and 29 American. Section 28 no say an act or omission which obstructs or impedes Parliament in the performance of its functions, or obstruct or impedes a member or officer of Parliament in the discharge of his duties.
But that time normally the current one normally
The current this is a standing order that has governed Parliament. The new one, please, I'm saying this is the current standing order that is being used.
Okay. Because we can't the current meaning say no more yet. The revised one, the
revised one has not been promulgated, so yes. This is the current one.
And because we current, then nice if no, who's our current and I said. Old one or home saying Debbie. Because I wanted
the current standing order is the standing order which is currently in use. It is currently in use. It is far from Maya. Which one again is the current one? So it is the current one that is currently being in use by Parliament. And Section 28, Section 29. Now let me go to the criminal code, section 256 of the criminal code. Or say, whoever is guilty of corruption, intimidation, or personation in respect of a public election shall be guilty of misdemeanor and shall during 7 years from the date of his conviction be incapable of voting at any public election and of holding the public office in respect of which the election was held, or any public office of same nature. This is where the issue is for Carlos Ahinkra. Or say, whoever is guilty of corruption, intimidation, or personation in respect of a public election shall be guilty of misdemeanor and shall during 7 years from the date of the election or from the date of his conviction, be incapable of voting at any public election and of holding the public office in respect of which the election was held, or any public office of same nature. And you say, "Wa ye to aba, ubakako say about ballot box, ballot paper, election obstructed, and I say a year more practice in the elections, no." Yet for 7 years, you put him into Aba.
Okay.
For 7 years, put him holding the position, any position, which is of the same nature of Anawotuabano. And for 7 years, Carlos Ahinkra cannot be a member of Parliament. He cannot vote in any public election in Ghana.
So
exactly.
Now,
exactly.
I mean, I'm sure said this the question that will come up. Ubia baby said. Carlos Ahinkra, one open or ye bia entry ye was Sabran because Mrashabia Phobi and so ye and Yama a man for fee say a yasif mention ye. Ada Tina a ye Carlos Ahinkra and a Monisanon.
Yeah, Nina kind. Yes, in a year problems, sir. Now the House was dealing with during the election of the Speaker of Parliament. How long the process is dragged on, big boy. Misunderstandings are so. At the time, now all these problems and misunderstandings in the question. Now you about. After a long while, multi settle almost issues then the processes began.
But you now or kick ballot box. You
see, my kind criminal code natural.
Oh, make me bisa sem pacho me bisa sem. Me say mrashe new keke ballot box.
Say we do if you are dealing with TV so. Yeah, we also what went on.
Yeah, but yeah.
Yes, we also what went on.
Okay. So
but only mrashe new keke ballot box.
And pacho so said obi keke ballot box is that not part of the voting process me boy? Ballot box say part of the voting process.
It's part of the voting process.
Okay. Inti ano die tiamra en un pa kono onye boni.
Minia, men can't say in Tiambra. What kind of petition they must speaker now? You see, speaker, investigating a normal a course on midnight, 6th January 2021 on the floor of Parliament. And you investigating.
Me who petition about the story singles out a year Carlos Ahenkra. It is as if said one open you be a say speaker and ye be being found muntina me busasa. Is that sana mo petition okay? Did you mention mo petition mo mention Carlos Ahenkra?
We specifically mentioned Carlos Ahenkra.
So
because
why?
We specifically mentioned can you allow me to land? Because who is that question me here no now what's the question for over? You question no more.
Men sometimes men are not question me be say I'm just asking very
no, you see we are not singling Carlos Ahenkra out. We want the speaker to investigate all the issues that happen in Parliament, including the military invasion. That is what our petition says. But our petition makes special reference to Carlos Ahenkra because his action was the most military Parliament in the his action was the most profound. So me cast about MPs on PK ballot box and
says who? Who is saying
me cast about MPs interfere with your friends and that day
who is saying say Carlos Ahenkra Nadia or yeah profound why not cancer who is saying that?
We are saying that.
Okay, all right.
We are saying that because I've read to you the standing orders of Parliament and I've read to you the criminal code, section 256 of the criminal code.
Okay.
And we are saying, the idea Carlos Ahenkra, it was in violation of section 28, 29, and 30 of the standing orders of Parliament, and also section 256 of the criminal code. It is obviously BB, that's a woman. You are a journalist. You are also entitled to petition the House. And to be sure you be now say you 200 more year. You can also petition Parliament for Parliament to investigate that person.
But in respect of our but I'm saying in the spirit of fairness, objectivity in your account say ya adena ubeka so ki well enye nipa ba ko pe no ya ade no so na nkonkɔ so be in fan say we need time and ebi out time nipa ba ko and we need sanipa ba ko pe. So I'm asking some of this question for you to clarify. Say no be better as na nkonkɔ into ki well or time be na mo time
say adana ye to saban. All the members of Parliament misconducted themselves. Obianim. What we are saying is all the members of Parliament, minority, the majority leader. In fact, it was a near scuffle between the two sides. You know, it was all. In fact, it was chaos in the House.
Okay,
and we want that chaos to be investigated, including your friend is saying, including the kicking of the ballot boxes, including your friend is saying the military invasion and all the excesses that happen in that House.
Okay.
We want that to be investigated on a different issue.
Okay.
Then we want specifically the snatching of ballot. Meaning, I won't snatch a ballot boxer. Somebody I won't take consolation. You understand? But because Obiako started ballot papers on the floor of Parliament. On the floor of Parliament.
All right.
And if you think that there is nothing wrong with it and something shouldn't be done about it, yeah, we disagree. We think that issue must be properly investigated and the member of Parliament must face the adequate sanctions for that. Because Ghana never got ballot paper and ballot boxes. We can jail you for about 5 or 6 years. But your criminal code say so they chose and hold the public office for 7 years. Why is Carlos Ahenkra still a member of Parliament?
Right, I'm sure Unim said and Sembisana Mibisa. I don't disagree, say Carlos Ahenkra. But I think that I was just asking about we have to be fair, we have to be objective and say Obi bia. But yan kwe ni mo say nti speaker J mo petition Dian or Kai say your share boss yes in film because one the reaction to it in that is saying.
Well, I think that we're very impressed with how the speaker received us and how he received the petition. And in fact, any speaker and the receive I think the political director, the director of public affairs in Parliament House, and they all agreed with us. In fact, that incident needs something must be done about it. In fact, that was a comfort that we had. Said they didn't disagree with us. They all admitted, say indeed, that incident needs Parliament. It is something must be done about it. The speaker was very happy to deal with it. In fact, he personally requested that we hand over the petition to him and not his secretary. He received the petition by himself and promised he's going to refer the matter to the appropriate committee to handle it. Now, not because time will be, but on the midnight 6th of January, now in quality TV so shared the course for my shebe fee. Now Obi Akojune said what happened on that day, was unacceptable parliamentary behavior, even though we all know it was very dishonorable. Yama Parliament and dealing with the issue. Said that Mofrano and now even KNUSTS elections. These are some of the things that Mofrano is suffering penny for the whole. Because if Marcelo Jafo Kotraba na kwe penny na ye gutu way na ye gutu ballot box now according to scaffold now we so ye kind ballot no about 10 ballot papers no worry. And then SRC KNUST SRC elections are almost basabasa si mo honko e mo prepare for my emphasis Jafo. So these are some of the bad examples or bad image some of these things set for ourselves in our society. And that is why any said we want the matter to be dealt with appropriately so that some of these things do not reoccur, and also to clean the image of Parliament. Because I didn't go Parliament moving, and we must make sure that we purge that thing off the image of Parliament so that by Parliament it bring the dignity back.
Are you expecting a time frame will be a more say be a fee a Parliament and I speak a hormone about petition?
We are happy to work within the speaker's own timelines.
Okay.
We are happy to, anytime the speaker deem appropriate to refer the matter to the appropriate committee to look at it. We are happy to work within the appropriate timelines. We are happy to also volunteer information to appear before the committee and provide any other information that the committee may need to do their work. We'll be happy to do that.
Anope Yadasi, Yamin Shop Papa, Ramen Thompson.
Mr. Medamos.
Right, Rat Mensa Thompson, Executive Director of ASEPA, and Yenino AD, and Command Pay, Jumediation Alliance for Social Equity and Public Accountability. Need 100.9 Ghana MONTIE Jumediation. I've seen some of you reacting to it, and Command Menu Rat Mensa Thompson, AD. One here says, "Kwesi, I'm Felix. This man is joking. He has not been fair. If Carlos was some judge, okay. Message me said, okay. Let me just do this one here. It says, which kind of selective analysis is ASEPA doing? They didn't see Muntaka Mubarak, Sam George, and John Jinapo also kicking ballot box in the chamber. Is it the case that they see Carlos Ahenkra as the easiest prey? They should get serious, say Obama. And audio no hypocrisy and what the yeah. So okay. It says where they say anu yashi. We anu oseminka we nya abotre honum say na nsem na wa twotwo hanum say the anu yashi. Ye nya abotre why? Na ye nyina ye ncheche adwin kakranka we nye atemdidie ene sa niam no mesre okay. George from UK says, how about the NDC MPs who kicked the ballot box? Please ask him. Well, Ochechi mu need 100.9 Ghana MONTIE Jumedi Sunu Wasu Gweda Sugusu ano pay ye din komahwe nsem ahodwa esi o my Ghana
Ghana MONTIE na mansanya so adawro kofiaman homene so ejiji tonton sansan ewo need 100.9 FM
Yanko ama
Yo, ya to so na me the daily guide obokrata no e na eto aso krata fe to sudu ba ko wono mo e na wo kasa e wo ha no ma wo che sisi a emabunu be se aha 9400 wo mo e kwa kwhye adepam no waka kwosua adepam na wo mo abomoden abo mo nso e wo mo dwumadie a wo mo edie nyina mu esan se mini adwuma ye o my Ghana ha no no e ya doso sisi akora no Ochasa aban no ebo no homoden a wama enkofu dodo no anase mabunu no dodo no a adwuma ye ntia wose kumasefo nso omo nso dodo na enya mu chefa isa se bebre no ano omo so omo ani agi tailor adwuma no ho enti se wade je ho de a na chase anam youth employment agency no ensa so na womo nso aboa na wonsa aka adwuma enti we no eye Unije garment manufacturing model a chase womo anam so na womode ahye one district one factory no ase initiative na ase na womode saa entity we nyina no akwade ama mabu no aha 9400 da wom wokumase no nso e de abo o mabrabo no e de akonkan a wo chese we no wugusu na wo ye na chese wo so wo mama osika kakra bo so me akatua kakra bi no be 400 cedis a wo de baboa ho kakra saa enti wo mo eda adwumadie no ade a we Unije fashion wo mo ene youth employment agency na aka bomu a wom de wom ntoma apoma no ehwe so metimi aboa mabunu no e wo saa kwan no so a lawyer Justin Kondua a wo no youth employment agency CEO wo de ensem ni nyina to dwa e wo asokwa no wo asokwa mansini mu wo nkumase efiada na etwa mu no mo da adwumadie ni nyina dia wo che se epanifo dwotwo wuro na na de omo ani monyam e ba beta ekire ebo moden ebo a ye hwe se adwumadie ni nyina e be kwa wie ye dwojo ansana womu nyina etu womoto akwakopie mu baabi a womo koye a wose otuche ede ma aban we pa womo ahodo a wode enam ne nsa so eboa se mabunu no ebenya adwumaye ewo oman Ghana mu
the founder the abakrata fe toshimie no eya kuntebu ana wobu yesi ya kwata no January de kwesi March April eya kwata ena kwata ba konso to asufre April ade besi June ho eno so ya kwata today so de kwa kwesi August ya kwata da bi bem sa September wanso ya kwata ba ko ena kwata etwato no eye October de besi December that is kwata ne ya 4 na kwata mienu aba besen ko efiti January ya de besi June enipa ya tumi ayire ya ho ama accident ekum wo mu ewo Ghana ha eye 1454 ena accident ekum wo mu na we kura no the Democrat just how compare to afia term no ayeye afia term 2020 no every January edibesi June no na nipa ewuo aya 1140 enti mamenka kureti mmom nyade kwata ba kwa fie tem ne kwata sabre yi 1454 ena afie tem no so aya 1140 Mamen pras na me ade we ko we mu 4 we nsu ko we mu 9 we nsu ko we mu 5 we nsu ko we mu 2 enti kwata ba ku no etem ne sa kwata we no okabom a enipa accident kum wo no aye 2594 free June adequacy December de no emaye te ba ka ho a ebia na adampo adekwa anim enti Ghana ha accident nipa ekum wo mu na wa mu break down emema yewu ye free January de besi June accident ekum mema emema wu ye 1212 a ebia breadwinners edemu wo mabusua na sa nipa no 134 ayi womu a womu free 0 adequacy 18 ena mu 1078 ayi womu di 18 years ade fosoro womu ankwansie kum womu no ena ma no nso ma no se wusane de ba fomu a below 18 years no na ye 66 ena above 18 years nso aya 176 the distance womu anam kwan ho aka ekum womu ya 305 motorcycle for nso accident kum 622 womu ade moto no womu de akonya accident ewu womu so 622 commercial vehicles and also aya 518 enipa ewu ye no afa private cars commercial vehicles nso womu eprepraye se bia nipa no wepra ne nsate ne nate enso ya 3939 afa private vehicles enya accident aya 314 afa nipa eprepraye se bia nipa ne pra beyond repairance womu nso de aya 8188 free January di besi June kwa nipa eprepraye ewo nkwansiam womu aka abo womu hwefam aya 1470 vehicles nkwa aya involve awa accident ni mu aya 13973 ana motorcycle nso aya 3157 anti ukeka ni nyina abomu a nkwansia nipa dudu atumi kumuye free January adibesi June busumi ni mu no aya 1454
daily guide krata fe to so du mienu 12 honomo ene maba begina na Ghana Health Service for ene womo ede kwakwo wonsem ekode ama Ghana fuei womo chese ye ma yani na hono pa na COVID-19 na asi yejeja ya ho ayehu ne se ekọ no wose enko ye da so a honom na sisi ade data variant no womo chese chese wa henyamu aba be piem wo ma Ghana chese womo efri Sierra Leone ene Liberia honom ene yesu se sa COVID-19 na bobra na wasada ne ho adi a chese wadane dan ne ho a so ya no mo so ya dan yo ade be chese wa yesei ade be chese wa yesei ade be chese second phase ade be chese third phase waba be piem wo my Ghana bi a chese achimota senior high school to aso school no ebi a record bi a sabre wo mo chese wo mo aye test ahodo no a ama adisuafo no wo mo ehunu se ebi mu enya bi ama ebi mu nso wo ma hwe mo ama mo ho ato mo a sa data variant we ne ba be piem wo my Ghana mu July bosome da na etoso emienu evie be ne aduonu ba ku ya enti wo mo gusua ebo moden ahwe se wo mo enya COVID-19 ni bie no data de no womo ahwe ebi mu mo ho ato mo womo so aka no so womo akwarantine womo a womo hwe so betimi aboa no mo so ene ya de bone no moawa no afiri womo mu no womo so ababa beto o made suansem so a wo kire se dwuma ye ni ba ko pra staff member ba ko na eno so kire se wanya bi na wotwe awie ya ni nyina no ensem a Director General de Ghana Health Service Dr. Patrick Aboagye wodi nsem nyina to dwa ebra mo friends entwerefo nhyiemudie ene wo kire se Ghana ye ma ye ni na ho na ye mbọ moden enhwe ye ho so eyie se ne be ye COVID-19 no ye nkotiti ne dodo no a na ensan enye ntre ha wo mo se we no dia aba data ho anwa no na no aden baba na no na hye etu ono no wotre saa di se ulusu guard ketua bi pe ene no obefuru mu awrama wangasa ubenya bi kura wa bra wani mpo no entimi emba wo ho so anase wonka bi kura mpo no emfa enhye mu nti ye moden se di apomde adwuma yekuo ene apomde adwuma yefo no eboa so betimi aboa ye no yenso nso no wonso ene nipa yenso ye kan ye ho bom ne ye hwe ye ho so yi a bibia betimi akonkan ya sabre mprempre ya ye kase wose enipa womo attest bie na womo atimi attest ndi amom ni nyina ne ye 1212 eno no delta variant die ya ba bepie mu ewo o my Ghana mu nti ye nyina ye nya ahweyiye emfa COVID-19 no
na Democrat me de to aso the Chronicle watre ne tenten wakata fa to so enum wo en wata se papa yi oyamra sembetani ma de se wata kwansayem constituency wono so ne yabo ne din se wo meye Deputy Minister for Lands and Natural Resources the friend to Mrekuduka na wata se papa ni ho odopa wo mu ye na asiasom ademano Our University of Mines and Technology Auditorium. Adia kura wamu kasa besa asiye 2 o'clock. And so about 12 o'clock no. Na wanu nyina ya mabe. Ya nipa kura nya baby. Emfa ni nensi ya. Ete wamu botanti mpo wa bonten. Ene nipa kwa tenentina siye. Na etitire weba na nya asam ketua. Bishop wa watakwa dioceses. Methodist Church. Right Reverend Thomas Amponsa Donko, Reverend Louis Smart, Deputy Senior Secretary, Reverend Alfred Owu, Oye Holy Fire Ministries, Bishop Asumeni, and other ministers here. Womu bed to media no ase. Na nanma infunyina kwata nechi. Wasi awura nwia biampenyi ya watoso enan. Wani ya wahina wa wodom pepesa. Obrempon hima de eti. Wamahina wa upper disco. Na kwabeneja watoso mienu ya wahine. Ewa manhano. Na mpofu edua watoso mienu wase kropon. Na kwekukofa watoso mienu. Ensafuwa hino wa wasafi ase traditional council. Nana edupenya watoso mienu ye. Emiase hine. Sa nana numa infu nyina ebaye. Regional Minister Kwabena Watere Dako, Bensa by Barbara Watinjesi, Albert Obin, former MP Pristia Univali, Benjamin Kasi, Womunina Baye, Enipa Kwaya Okasa Ubudi Bakubakwa, and Preum Monye, Atom to Fuani a titlu Bebrenua, Quotumedi and Wase. Na Sofu Penia Watinemu, Ekasa Ye Bishop Amponsa, Donko, and what I say. Wanembra sebeja fua ye juma ebinuma bebinuma ko na mrekudu kadie watemu soronko kura wamu stresse urade nsira no na ne kwan ya wo ko akọ nanim no urade no ankasa ntutu na namoma no na wonfa ne nsi bia ekron owie ye na wononyamfo mrekudu ka eda adese wata kwansa yam ne nimpotem wamu afire tire ne benteye ba ye nyina se wada wamu ase atumtumfo afiri nkra wamu ekoye nyina wase wada wo bibia se awurade nsira wamu nyina so wamu nya no wodo ebeta no dwumedie kase a etise yi a wotre se wada obibia wo ba dwumedie no ase the chronicle the bokratem
na meto ansam ne so dia na daily graphic the bokrata animu na me de eto so krata feto so aduonu enwotwe 28 wonom and wakasa wa hanom a watch say University of Education Winneba womo HSE womo introduce program bi a we no eba ba beboa pa na womo de aye emwa akodi ama private school teachers na private school teachers de na private school teachers no hwamo na samwa we be kodi ama mom chese ya wa private school teachers ankrankra school no a achechefo kira de na so obi wo honom a onye train teacher eno an say ebia wari o people teacher ne afa no na o kira de o private school eti anu sa no omo de nhihye egu akwan mu na omo timi aye na omo de aboa enipa anase isa private school teachers yi be say 200,000 empima hanu na omo de ama omo tete no a eti we no won be intensive 3 semester teacher education program eno na se na ebe ba hye na say wo sha ase a ene ukọ no be say 2 years na uwie pe na wanya diploma omba awodi diploma certificate we diploma certificate na afa wasa ye 1 year top up we 1 year top up na no ba benya degree no eti unya degree ni wi a wo sanso e wo ngwafo bi a wo mo kire se wo mo de wo mo ma nko bi kura enso wo mo kire ade no eti anu no so mbebo mmade na ache se wo ma hwa na wo mo abo mo ho so ama wo mo so adwene mu abobe na wo de aboa adesua nsem nso e wo omai Ghana mu a o che se College of Education no wo mo botaye ba ko nso ene se wo be sanso ambo mmade na ebi a obi wo hono mu a wa ye 4 year program na wie dada okuta ni degree enso ebi a wonya professional enti wo be ye postgraduate diploma no na che se wo nso no what me e de apem nso kire de dwuma na wo ye ni nyina e de akonkan a vice chancellor e de my University of Education Winneba Reverend Father Professor Anthony Afubroni ena de ensem we nyina no etu edwa ebra wo chese woni mpanifo awodo no a wo ni omudi nsawoso ehia na wo moto aso adwene ada sa adwumedie we ye dia wo chese ebe hya ase 2021 2022 academic year no ni nyina ebe hya ase September bosomi mu ewo eye afiwe ye mu enti obi bia nhwe se wode ne ho behyem na wono nso de chire dwumadie anase so opeso ye teacher ne de boa adesua nsem epem na bra bode konkan no bibia betimi awie peye ede amano a we eye anisuade hunu a esi wo mani so peso wo de boa na ankrankra teachers nso wo mo betimi akirade yie ede aboa e wo sa kwan no eso
na the chronicle katafe to sudu and what say abrantie ni afranity frostego edin adodo na ta de friend ya Castro and the fire. And you want to a Castro again, no. Between baby that, oh yeah, one woman American. Do baby grandpa and back one at some wager boy, Langabel, na we are just so. What else a aqua safari and one Janet Bandu. Na a year July da a tosso and so. And I see woman ayra ewa aqua safari wo. A dibesin ne, ye wunu Castro, ye wunu Janet Bandu. Enti a court. Our man yan sister ye, what the about see Evidence Act of Ghana, 1975, Section 3. Estate say a person can only be declared legally dead after 7 years by a court. Court to bet to me so I can say Abrantia Castro the destroyer, the net bandu, womu womuntia sibio. Na what I say? Atise bia obi dia dance ye biba na dance ya ne betre so and na nsame ne Castro kasa yeti ne voice me record yempu court muntie. Hello Castro, yes mu kata wona memo obi and declare me dead. So we declare me dead on no crony no be pin so obi to me this dance ya no betre court dia and you fine and now say bia obi depict bia ba say oh and nansa na me hu Castro and na me ni ta picture hwe yemfoni nie se date grandpa picture no yi baaye etre se ye ta picture ne ncheye se wutumi de sa dance ye ni nyina de bad ya ane ye wamu betumi aka se Castro otiase ohun ye na mom sa dance ye ni nyina amade ya na tese wotena wamu pronounce so say Castro the destroyer under fire any de onye late yo tenet bandu ye betumi afro mu say womu ye late esan say womu nkati asefo hu bio na no na Castro ne papa e katra court me say wansoma court bia so obi andikra ne ba ne dead na se woke court ko dikra ne dead na ade yete ne oba wo mbeku Castro enti wasre obi anya botre wom say what 7 years no akakakra na druso but wono de wadidi se Castro hu ye but wo man no so se tre se 7 years bedu obi ante nka obi ani nta no so obi ani adanse bi atre se abrantia no ate ase dia ene tomorrow whatna abrantia Castro the destroyer na under fire no awataka wa no nyumti na yata frɛ no under fire and Janet Bandu court to be declare wonum say they are dead.
Me to so am the daily guide obokrata no na eto so krata feto so du ba ko wono mo na maba begina na yema me hawa kumsin ono so ekasa wa hanu ono yeso afo hwe afaredwuma na afe ensuomudwuma ensem eso wo my Ghana mu na wakasa wa hanu de a wose wo de kokobon nsem na ekọ ede ama afaredwuma fo no wo mo a wo mo nam kwati kwan so a wo mo ede eya afaredwuma ni nyina wo de obom kokokse wo mu nya sa de na omo ye no anya sa so ubu mra bi aso a ene wo mfa wo sa wo ye ayi aba ne ba anasa wo ye ayi mampani ba wo ye mampani abedi akire ba wo ye MP bi ba ono de wo mfa kese odede en on fi obi a ho apona na be pache wo no obetie wo osem na kwa so bia no a esefata so odo fa no obehwe de wafa pepepe esansa Ghana mampani na adodan kwakufu adokra mpo no wofo na so ai wose omanfo bi nam gwati kwa so di yinam esepo no se ye nsuo kunkum enam ne by heart afebe wakọ yinam ne beba na ye bere no na yare anko a mode ayi chemicals carbad di yi nam ne saa na ne nyina no mode ekum emoa ne nyina ene wo che se munya saa de na moye no na efe muntimi emoa se de be ya close season ne nyina no ebetimi awie payi a ne nyina na sha se July bosome da edi kan no ai be kwa wie August bosome da etoso aduasa baako
enko enko hwe niama ekoso NDC wo demonstration no yemfa ye sounds kakra mfemfi wonom se yemfa mbrem anope
here. This demonstration is your demonstration. And to every media house house here must report and report on this well. What happened to Ahmed Swale? He is one of you. What happened to Latif of Multimedia? He is one of you. What happened to Manasseh Atiriawuni? He is one of you. What happened to Prince Minka of XYZ? He is one of you. What happened to Edward Adeti? He is one of you. What happened to Caleb Buda? He is one of you. What happened to Zoe Abubedu? She is one of you. And to the ordinary street, know that you are like Zachariah Samina, who was killed. You are like Kaka, who was killed. You are like Ibrahim Abbas, who was killed. We are all Kaka. Yesterday it was Kaka. Today it is somebody else. Tomorrow it will be you if you do not stand up and speak up. We must tell the commander-in-chief of the armed forces that he is holding that position in trust for us. The power of the people is better than the people in power. And so Akufo-Addo, don't know about ABOAGYE. Go small. Yes, as I what time I can.
Capital, neat FM.
The last thing I'm going to say to those who had a meeting last night, we had an arrangement with the IGP of police on the route we are using. The rules of this country say that crowd control is the job of the police. In fact, part of this demonstration is because military men were using crowd control and they shot and killed Onam Ghanaians. Yet some people in government had a meeting last night and decided that despite the presence of the police, they intend to bring in the military to meet us halfway. I am sending a message to you, to the Chief of Army Staff, to call back his men. We are working with the police, we are working with the foreign police unit. We have had no consultation with the military. Anybody in military uniform that we meet on the road, we will treat as a criminal. Anybody who meets the military uniform on the road, we will treat you as a criminal. We will deal with you and hand you over to the police. It is a peaceful demonstration, and anybody who comes here to provoke us will be dealt with and handed over to the police.
Ghana, Muntie, Naman Sanyason, at the work of Yaman Woman so Ejiji Tonton Sansan, and would need 100.9 FM. Free chief freche framre fete freche mu fentem frem. Efre chichi fretom se. Amantie, amansentie, kena mutie wuna.
Utie ni ekoso ene demonstration NDC amanyoko.
So now do some gender. We'll take some of our pretty, nice, eloquent, elegant, stylish, knowledgeable women in Ghanaian politics. The first open is Nanama Luche Brown, one of our communicators. Can we welcome her?
Frichi freche framre fete freche mu fentem frem. Efre chirichiri fredom say, amantie, amansentie, kena muntie wonit.
Yeda sigusu ye din komo ye hwene ekoso o man Ghana mu anope ye sinkonye ensem no na ye de bremo amanyoko NDC mabunu no chichiru ene ne bi na ye de afie akra mo de abrem no timsi yes o mani abre wote ne ano mo kan se ye ni abre ko eni brem soja Yen ye da bon krata no kobna for ni nana ma kuma ba fi e kam ho anam sei da bon krata no mu wie mami
Yo mimi wie de na me the daily guide graphic da obakrata no enam di wie krata fe to so aduonu enkono 29 ho no mo ena Canadian High Commissioner Miss Cathy de afutuo ekọ de ama 3 Canadian mining companies na wo my Ghana ha no ma sisi a mo adwuma e wo ha no Asanko Gold Mines Strano Gold Mine Limited afei Golden Star Resource en wo kire wo mo hwe se o my Ghana amamra ye de ehwe de atu afumagudie no wo mbedi so pepepe esan se wokọ Canada mamu a aban no de nhya hodo agu akwan mu a wo hwe de ema wo nso etimi de wo dwumadie etu afumagudie ema bibia timi ekọ nka kama tinye se bia ba be pie mu wo bi man so no na ebia wo ba bebu ne mra na wo de edi wo de ebo ne fumagudie tuo ni nyina eho ban nti obi ahwe na woni so emwa ema Canada nso ene Ghana anyonkofa edo mo ntem ewo fumagudie tuo mu no bibia entimi enko nkan ya edakrata fa no dia etoso aduonu enkono ewo daily graphic da obakrata no emu
na dia na manugusu wo de break ya menwie no watasa ya wada watenachi mampeni na nando danko akufuado ebesi ansam trefo a wo Ghana hanum sei na woni ya ni atoten komo na wononyamfo kojo ponkroma en wode asem ya tu da watasa first no na mampeni taaye nanso eduru baabi na nadwuma dɔɔso pa nti wɔkɔ apɛndan nti ama saa adwuma no atika mu kakra mpani sɛ duate a na muye nti mampani na na deda nkɔ akufu ado sa bɛtsa ase bio yawada sɛ wurade ya adom a nsamtrafo a wɔ Ghana ha nyinaa yɛkɔ akɔsia His Excellency na adodankɔ akufu ado na woni yen atote enkommo
me ka se select o sin semtrofo Ghana nya nya wa na eche first pa o kan na sa
nyu obi a na beko
bi se first pa no se omo be yi mu efi susi a so mu nya
ya ha de be wo ne ane ya
empacho me nya invite me ko bibia
of akwesi nya invite ene kojo pon kuruma na ne wan we invite wo mu okay bia send na yeti tia ye
so invite
of kwesi minya bi ye me kwa biri goalkeeper me hu anie na me kwa kura de prof be na me kwa katere mampeni wo
asa obetimi busa no yi ka se ya okay
chi no anie ye ten kojo pon kuruma yesre no invitation no ebia of akwesi ebia nne na anaso
the last time I call no the na many aha nti moment travel omo bisa ma na de be kan bi
of akwesi no wani aha be die kase ati say
oh many aha because I there no so be busa nsem oh they be nya sem just say I'm out there I'm crying who had you
maybe in Africa where na pamano
who had you who that's so quick you got a
Ghana muntie na mansanya so adawro kofiaman homene so ejiji tonton sansan ewo neat 100.9 FM.
Well, studio no one I'm saying Richard Manoribe of the NDC wajene red Nicole High red ne t-shirt red and na chese otim say mso ofihanu mo kwa kwatwa demo no so Kafi Kujo Amega of the MPP and so at Transi studio no one I'm saying penifui and I ba be boami na ya cheche adwin ewo ensem ahodo atodwa ye kano impensem se umbre discussion segment no omo atransi anesa meba
Ghana muntie na mansanya so adawro kofiaman homene so ejiji tonton sansan ewo neat 100.9 FM.
What's cool, fresh and trendy with a new look? Makes you feel real good, that refreshing vibe. treat you right just the way you like. Do you know? Do you know? Do you know? Ain't gotta do it alone. Specialized makes you flow. Anytime, anywhere. Specialized feel different. Always think specialized. Special Ice Natural Mineral Water. Feel different. Think special. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Efiewura, me mwachi o Efiewura. Yes on.
Machi o Efiewura. Efiewura mechia wonye so.
Hey, Ewura, enfase ma msu. Wati? E ba force search me. Mo yem no.
Won so pepe.
Hey, oh, wafi, we die me pese oni Efiewura bekon. Efiewura we die ye kwa sori abo. Ewurade. Mo kwa sori. Ye pompaye. Ewurade ka soro ho a. Wati? E be se wo ba hwa wa kraba kumpo wunya. Onipa da sene timi koto this way chocolate drink. No ne yire ne ma edi nsuohie twabia nom anopa. No wi a wasade bia hye fridge mu. Wo mako school pon a wasan ba be yia nom. Enu mpore se ne nka ne twaso mu pa ende ye rekore. Na Efiewura beti ha. Anopa dio, ewia dio, enumre dia mo nom akodew. Mo mame. Na mu wi a ma sora akotra so ndem se ye kosum ya.
Mese na dia ya late nso miyanki kabinje Efiewura ye wi a yakosere body fate. Ke Efiewura, wuti fia se light bi no water bi ba wunchie bi. Wo boa se sika na fa koto this way chocolate drink. Na ba nom.
Hwe me catch you play fa. Say this way chocolate drink no. Metumi ato bi pa na so na me so mo ahwe wate. E de me hia ne nsuohie. Na nsuohie so me ntoi. Se me bufu a betumi ato bag mu a wate. Yeah, Efiewura we nko ade ma abunfu. Me koto me.
Efiewura fi de ya bre ma abunfu bi.
Munyam sumponie. Munyam sumponie. Na mo ba ya trimodefo.
FDA ahwe se adwede nkratoe mo agye atum se eye.
Right, so my main kind comments no kakra na yanko ye nim and pay. I'm happy that as at now that I'm writing this message, the demonstrators are few. I want to use this opportunity to advise them to maintain all the COVID protocols. Advise okay, let me just leave it there to stick to the COVID protocols. That's Optimist from Kaswa and Odiano Edeba. Yeah. AU Farouk Otamale North says, yes, Ghana under President Akufo-Addo's government is really scary. Insecurity everywhere, and the culture of silence is in the highest level. The March for Justice today will significantly tell the world Ghana is not safe. Ghana is not safe. No. Every Ghanaian must wake up and tell Akufo-Addo that enough is enough. Where is Akufo-Addo taking this country? Okay, Sakoti, let me leave it there. The rest of it. Crazy, I hope you heard the comment. They will treat every military personnel they meet like a criminal. When the military retaliate, no one should talk. Nana Mponsa Bediako. Did he say that? Nana Mponsa Bediako. Did he say that? Well, Opari was to whom NDC leaders are hypocrites because they know something about what is going on. Why are they thinking bad about Ghana? That is Opari to whom NODF no the buyer. We see it is beyond belief that any sound-minded person will move a fire truck to an incident place with no water. Is it lack of resources or sabotage? The fire chief should resign before he's fired. Kwesi was Sydney, Australia. Sule Sunyani KTK, it is absolutely true that the NDC was formed on the ideals of militant vigilantism, and therefore it is somewhat baffling to hear the baseless claims from NDCs that the party is not synonymous with violence. Sule Sunyani KTK. It is very sad to hear the Mokola story, but because we Ghanaians always have somebody to blame on anything that happens, that is why we put in all the blame on the Ghana Fire Service. Fire is preventable. So let's ask, what is the cause of this fire? That is one here from Boating, Denmark, and Odie no fi ebaye. Kafu ya kwaba.
Yani akwasi.
Nyamam say.
Akwasi adumu na wonso e.
Boko. Na na unse tuntuma na ahye kokko ni bi.
Akwasi na de say yen de Ghana e kona ni muntie na de.
Okay.
E bone boko.
Right. Omo hu se Ghana en kona nim no.
Akwasi na eyi asikuro mu ana, obi awu ana.
As for would you say they be obi wu o my Ghana hanum say a wu obi no.
Hu se kokko dos be.
We are sure say when say dos bebre dey na be scary because I'm for jadi atomo.
There be because he said that them.
Because
I say patch no.
Richard.
Minya brabri.
Mama Musa we go say nya unu akafu kan say kokko na we hu no ade obi ewu.
Zabodi na say Ghana dey say obi ewu owi. Obi ewu owi. Ekoso pa de. Ana minya Africa. So we minya we anguna ni asante. Anguna asante. Me anguna achim. Anguna achim. Aha, we anguna achim. Ka so amso ko dos bebre wo krum. Because ono baby a hot no. No, baby a hot no. Baby a hot no. Ni kwa na fa through Accra mo ho. Na be fa enwan sa na be branch aba. Njo ba na on bebre wo krum. Wa be dru ha. E say amanfo agi atumpa. Na bra ko say,
yeah.
Hwe, and then my men Ghana you fast papa. And babu na ya juma. Who krom there. Abba, na you expect about 50,000 but near drew there e ko 1 million. Krom. Bra ko say, krom. Hey, just say demonstration amanfo agi atumpa.
Me dem be share half match nti me hu nia.
Say that man na oba ya na kum chacha wi ya na obetena ase. Nti na metie o. Santa ya na metie o. Hey, na me say me fifie around 5 a.m. Maybe drew a cram or Green Park on I am mad. Now when you are ma atra basa be drew shashi or one will be a Kingdom FM one. That area what the father call East Lagos. No when you are ma. And you feel when you are a bar be do achimoto overhead e ban now when you are right.
I see.
And the free last house to come you are Manchester and babu you are jatum. Into a uti fia onyam pie no pie bra bonten. Na tias rembonte magana when you now say amanfo ewu. The Chrome dear. I don't patch or see him piano. That makes sure that why we young piano so piebra. Because near Coso Chrome panel, man will say yes, Ghana for you for the Medomunian answer. Because much louder. The MP before crack a home. Omokana doors pa. CPP for Sukaho, PNC for Cajon, and this is for crying young PM by it. Because the brain in our media houses, every musi other things as a piaba. Now, Braco, and then Makuma Tommy him. Just a not in Sember Bray. A man for Busra Muntiminka. Kano mampeni kanye ewa mo Peace FM one of UTV no kanye osi kura adwuma ni ho na kura adwuma ni ho no kian ni kan sa kuro no be sore so kai mo afide esi na kanye enti ye de me de mani na agenda papa just say embabu no anka mamenda the leadership of NDs the youth wing ase say anka anka ampa pajamfa we amba enim say na manfa di hot okuro na unim bragozi near the pan say, yeah, observing all the social distance protocol. COVID-19 protocol, you know, yeah, observe. National chairman buyer, but the enough nose masks a buyer. Into you need nose masks, a man power, bra. Veronica Vacat, or distancing, you're observing in a pepper. There's a COVID-19 protocol, the men say COVID-19 in our woman. Protocol, you know, I observe be a Emma said, yeah. And then I am a mention Ashanka for truck drivers, ni. Taxi drivers ni Uber drivers ni private drivers no say munya botre traffic abesi ati kroma omuntimi nya kwa nya mfa bebie no omunya botre ni ye nti na ye pe omuso omu brent na ye bra e de atie wan say ambonte say be demonstrate ama Ghana for tie omunsem na taxi driver for no trotro for no ye be ye bibia ma bibia ye nti mu wo ka mu na ma wo say traffic muntimi mfa mu say adim sa mo traffic mu 2-3 hours na muntimi nkwa munya botre.
What about traffic? I mean, Ghana Police Service for the Kratabi by Omo Kasa Fire traffic, you know. So, Omama, chief what to say because of NDC will march for justice here, Moye. A quite bit to say Accra more, and they found Pebia traffic intersection, and they call Argo Junction, Udimuako PA Aviation Social Center, Lands Commission traffic light, what I'm saying, Christ the King Catholic Church, Jubilee House. AU roundabout na they call Parliament House on him saying no. Sa kwine because of NDC demonstration unti be busy papa on betum intermittently, and because of that, say we will be able to at a KWASI interchange out of Fire Liberation Road, so they call ye AU roundabout, Independence Avenue, dia was repapa pass because of the traffic, but Modia say obey you so N4 through to Liberation Road, and now person bet me you Patrice Lumumba Street. Now they are linking Dr. Hilary Man High Street, Anakanda. Na with me Dimusa now they call you the Central Business District Accra.
Yes, I police for your media, but now come him say the possible PSC. They say no be an anka say anka taxi trotro from fana cars and fano. Because kronomunya ya massa ho do some area ho so ya na go slow na bakakra. Ye ne dey say enkofo na mo pie ba ye ntina e ma ne sis and na me pa mo chaso mo nya botre. Darling boy. E mo yi enti. Say ade tia no machine na obedura by 5:45 now bet na studio had here. Ghana ni yenti na mope. Na mo si Ghana montie no. Ghana for montie say akwase abogya betra na mani minusu ana mo kan say no. E bo ni cha fam yi. Sa na NDC mbabu no so ati asembonti. Ma me da MPP for mbabu no so bebri ase. Ne odo a mo de kire say Ghana for there even though mo party na power but o ma hu say ne kwaso nko yie. Nti o ma pure mo numbers, youth. O ma ba. O mo hwa bi no kra mo say MPP ntade mo om. Now, who say a party no so the democracy causing pempensu ya just a bay because yes, Omato Obama MPP, Omato Obama and not Danko the demonstration banner Ghana NDC youth say about demonstrate Omudamu Abedim. The MPP youth, but there must a pass and what can create say Ghana and Queen.
Well, teachers Sophia, I'm saying, Obeko now.
Ohana me drew 5 a.m. Na ya kuswa ya humbo abwa sana. Aja, musumi intimate me kasa member. The year hapa me say kwa dwane omo ya macha kwadru flat staff house na ya present a petition ama his excellency o mampeni na nadam kwa akufado ya wi abekọ any speaker so be kasa na ya kwa parliament so na ya present a petition ama speaker na o ma hwe na ekoso okromo na bra wazi wakasa ni ntia ya demonstration and one to ya say embuja nkofo mu amanfo wu wonim sa kromo ha say amanfo wu rough enye yare na ku mu enye covid-19 no o sorry ana wa obe say ewoma de be che no bia yira ewoma obe hwe say hotel no bia ewu ewoma mu say oh police for there say demonstration no ma hwe nsuo sha gum crofo so na large bullet na bebre ewu they say the amanfo ewu papa e say nhwe ye ni de enipa nkwa ho hia abaje enipa nkwa ho hia papa say amanfo for darling boy say nka darling boy nka boys and girls na be feel o na boys and girls so wa when na be for darling boy bi won say na abeka keni ntina yeti asimbonten
okay. Yes. Mami Musa Kafuye, reasons ama you ko NDC mbabunu no teach you na almost say march for justice said enyema bi esisi omfi said yentimi anya justice enti womo twin aban omani nyina adua abaso said enyema bi esisi boni bi aba besen call nipa bi omafiri mu yente ho hwe ni ne ka ho enu ti no ma tie si kromo na wo mo ye o ye kire sana tima o
akwesi me da si bebre na ma me mfa fidi kese me mfa nchia etif ene ahwefo o magimra o mo di data ehwe yen wo Facebook chi o mo nyina na masan achia me mpeso aso eye atiwa east mpeso aso nyina ene a police form ho magimra o mutie me anope me do mo nyina ase kwesi akwesi no kra wo mo ne se Ghana for eto abamai 2016 se yemra na yemeji omu na yemfa omai no ensi adehye etenabia because niema nkoyie enti anu nti na Ghana for the share his excellency na do dan ensa o de share to me ne share ne ensa no na niema da yanimu ayesi yeye enti yagitu mu se yebebo adwuma de anamai enu nti 2020 akwesi amra ye bekọ abatuo mu Ghana for santo aye so say monko na de mo ye no eye papa monko na monko to aso enti akwesi de Ghana for de ahye yensa no e kire yense NDC for niema na omo nye ana ebo Ghana man na mankrofo yem hyehyeon na mankrofo eye o ma adwene say to aso no enye afei na ye ba be compare records but akwesi de tie ne say enam say history nti obi wo hono mo na wo nim nti say wo ka na wa ka mankrofo bi on say
samre ye twa mu yi sei na na saade we tie enti no enne ne se we ba enye ye nwanwa na onni nya atonfo nante akwasi na ahweyie ene wo wabrabom kwasi manya lete bia we for NDC zongo caucus eputu na crosser omo kire de enti am say Mass for Justice 6 July no omo justify say zongo fo ne yeku on wo call lete mu a omo di nipa fo bi din na aba say President Akufo-Addo mmere so no say nipa fo yi ino mu wuye Alasan Tijani Abdullahi Yarik any some 12 years girl bi osis Samira any Ibrahim Abbas bi a mo de bi bae na kwasi na omo so omo de saniema we san kwaka kaka ho a na enu nti omo march for justice a eya na me de kosi say eye kaka no kra no ono no enne amaye hunu say enipa okun no ye wo bi a wo di adanse ye fiko say say nipa we mia me de mani krotua wusia ehun no a na odi ono ankasa ne nua bema abro na kwasi ye hwe ne sa Mass for Justice ya Richard Tia o kan wasam ya o si enu nti kromo ye he a ene omo match yo mu koi aye patch te se dam ye da wodwan ho na enkove ye se brown o se crimo ededa de dodwan mu sa no kwasi ye ni krom ha ana 2019 December 19th omo office no so omo ye meeting ana omo nipa ye fe no Wasiu Idrisu omo bonu we ku no na aden na sa time no akwasi omo antumi ankwa pre justice amfama Idrisu no mo ka o manu tu mu se pani a wayi enframa boni wo bedwam no mo anka ho hwe akwasi den ne baaye ye ko ne sen ye no ane sen na amen enti saniema we nu nyina akoso ye ni krom ha akwasi na omo DC ye wo DC be bro tata won a ebi wo ho mu kunkum won baako ene ono a me nua Richard ono ani area ye nkwanta saf omo DC ye Peter Kwadwo Youngson ke Youngson eno no kwasi omo kunu ya a chese ne busuafo ena men kom yaw omo yam hihye won na omo su ne yase omo fa justice mra na kwasi at that time na eye omane bo ama na eye Minister of Information omo direct say police ni military nko ho ne nkobro kwasi eden na ye hu sane ma we mu nyina ama Ghanafo mu de mu ye kai Ghanafo yaw Maganafo hu se na nkrofo ekura se no musu ni omo bante kwasi ye wo krom ha na Emmanuel Fenek Owusu Emmanuel Fenek kwasi ochire omukokun ya justice no na wo hefa no mo ka omo si ameswale kwasi ye ni krom ha na mo amu King George George Abanga omukokun ya te oye investigations na krofoko kuni ya na no yesu ya no justice no na wo hefa enti no mu ni mu justice and then this if we need justice omo mfere asem omo ni nwu asem omo ni justice omo kanche so omo kon na ado se kwasi omo hyedam ache enti no mpese omo tenetire omo mpom nti no kwasi doctor so omo nya exercise enti ye nyina ya mra ne ya exercise kwasi nkie nyina eke bekwa free Oburi Mountains no ne asane aba Jubilee House ye beba na ye mpom atenetire eno na omo kankyere ye say yesrem ye pese ye health work say ye health work dia kwasi nkie nyina ye tiase eke the health minister kura be di anim nanka the deputy eka ne ho ne nyina yakọ na ye kama na ye fe na o ka say justice kwasi eden no mo de justice ibe Emmanuel Kakaya kwasi no oye na ade wo social media o ka obi o say or you face the country member or you face the country movement member and to face the country movement member no eno ne de he ne face the country ne de he enipa ono te no adwira na oye na ade no kire yen se eniema se na ekoso adwirama mu na ye pese modi mpuntuo sampuntuo e ba adwirama mu na moye mo be boa yen na adwirama etubi tumpon na ye nyina ye kondo se de oye no at least o ma ye hu se ba bi wo ho no mu a eye se ye ma ye ni ko ho na mpuntuo tumi ba na ye make sure se mpuntuo no ebetumi ya ba na sabio wakushia ni on timely death akwasi na wakushia ni on timely death na sebe ama ye nyina ye twa adwajo na ye wra ho ye ho na enu nti no nyamia sebio akwasi oboye nyina ye ho ban no ema obi di na nukrotwa wisi ehu no akwasi ne nipa no aba beka se me hu se ono ani nua de dua bo ni trim kwen te se kapintani a obobofunu adaka so na eninti ya betwe no otwe ne ko na me pie na me hu kwasi sa ma me no kura no nyame na di ne ho afofi so de ne nkwache yen enye sa nka kaka nua kura ko betumi asen ko no ma me aye bold ka se me se me hu papa ya odi ni okun ni yen na kwasi adwirafo yi ko aluta wa adwire ya ekofa sa oye na iba aye akwasi hwe baabi omko vandalize ye NDC fo na di omko ko hye sa de mu a MPP baabi na youth ne tena om ye we omko bubu ho nyina na boni be na ne aye wo ene no so unfortunately so jani omko fa na akwasi sana ni sisi ye ne ya wo sadan yo obi a wo kwa patakra na afa de wo kotokoto minim sana sisi yare bi ne wanya wo aje so mu a enquiry na ya set no omu bisa ne mame because no de akwasi eya monyo kra nyanya kra ne wa kwa kotokoto na afa de se onu ne koku ni pa yi akwasi minim besra soja fo se papa no wo sisi yare omu nyini free soja mu because obi o wo sisi yare de ye fa ne nya soja adwuma ene ko fa so hawi nyina ba ya akwasi edi aba bedu ba bia ya ba bedu yi enti no mesre ye nuan mo de omo ye no kwasi am constitutional right obi an stop one but me de me hu ne say keep fit health work na ye nyina ye enti ye this MPP for no a ye so pese ye trinitri ye mpomu ne ye health work no omo me starting free we ye fan say ayi mensa na ye fanfro pedia se pepo no ye wi ane ye de asane aba ye beba no kwasi ne abeni calories kakra me say me pese me so tinti na meba no na me hu me mu ahunhwan kakra na kwasi ye nyina ye tumi aye exercise ya ma ye nyina ye ho aton me da se kwasi
Miss me das me bani akwenim na ya hwe ye makola enra ni si ye na madwinche e wo honom saying demonstration or no demonstrations. Excellency is the best president ever in Ghana's history. Komensa or Pilatu no dia no baye. Teacher Kujo Watepa Nyine Susu says, Katia, your children and wife are living in expensive places in Canada and attending good schools. Which children are you going to demonstrate with? NDC party is a party of looting. That is Teacher Kujo no dia no baye. Tete James from Sunyani says, Anglo Gold Ashanti was destroyed by former President Mahama and his NDC and nearly sold for $1, according to revered Ashanti Santehine said to Santini say that. I'm fast and be a man, Santini. James. Teacher Constitution Warrior Mwasi says, as citizens of this country, we have a lot of responsibility to perform. We should not put every burden on the government because we are all part of the government. Let's help the police to fight crime. If we need peace, Teacher Constitution, Sky Wakaswa. In fact, hypocrisy and needless demonstration from the opposition party NDC is all that they are good at and does not have the nation at heart. Sky Kaswa Walanyo Akwetia. NDC demonstration is described as less privileged because either cause for equity must come out with the clean hands. Kandi Walanyo. Odoi Watema or say this useless demonstration from the NDC will not get anywhere. It's just a waste of time. You created the mess and you are not going, you're looking for development. Odoi Tema. Mensha CMF Richard Osubio meaning sound Makola
na darling boy that's why my man can demonstrate so no be say atias Montie so no my man can enter call demonstration no jama wo jafo
now now say you are not being fair oh what me
call Linda do Linda do so the fakofo do asa ba e fan say pedro asis abedru madina fa denta sa abedru habio
Medasi. Me ma umre na say oton o demonstration no. O kasa we are now say o can purpose. You say darling boy, we need purpose no crowd that grunty aye or ya kire no.
So say we bet to agwa for him.
What that's one got to do.
Enti mama elected Roberta.
Now person Roberta kasa o ye Roberta
now. Me dey so ya me nia.
Now eno say say o bom gumbe, we say that bom yefu ansa na.
E fa no say na me land o dey. Bro say unim menu abetina ha say young boy we are very entrepreneur unim say we are CEO unim say on na CEO of Eclipse Collateral young gentleman a boy juma or private school or running or when businesses or running or kroma as a young man on nim baby I ever drew baby and another down kwa for the mambo in the business I be drew or kind of crama Ghana for you now or painting a very good my white propaganda better air damage control but was it the krom hapa na darling boy and the better ha cancer nyambra some we pan on so nyamia Ghana for you and say a man for no mu ye kaka some okay then when you been a kaka yeah or fighting for freedom or economic fighter or a member of his account and all
was it kaka police for
investigation so you a badass boy only me make say so somebody can so unka and go can say what na baraksa be sin den ya we say badass boy and go back say an investigation contact
I don't want to and be na attack me
attack you nobody me can attack you me all can just investigation be can say me ready communicate from Ghana Police Service so mo conduct investigation but man say baba idi baba idi na o kaka new na ma allege say ono so okay ewu onu nti no o ma arrange to court the police investigation has not concluded the court of competent jurisdiction investigation and then baba ye we and then baba ye demonstration of baba cheze is manya antidote to the problem but you remember say na say ya na dey dan kwa akufado omukum kaka ya ambabu na tisim wantin so my demonstration no the president of the Republic of Ghana, vice president, and released security men to go and brutalize those people. And 2 people lost their lives there. Led by the president and the vice president of the Republic of Ghana. I'm a RESEC chairman. I regional minister say, yes, only the release police and military. So I'm going to go now say the commander, the chief of defense army staff. Ekowa, DNSC wa 2 days after the passing of another Danko Akufado vigilante military men amoko wa. I got tisim wanted so a bomb brand tea and babu a pregnant woman. Me, that's me who are not me who me or ban offer you for.
And patch me any dear one. I mean, or general secretary or Kasaka crack. Namisambra. Yeah, Namisambra. Okay. Okay. Me voice no bem said a year dim hamoka crabat. Rest you doing Kitia Kasa. Yanjin and no.
What you want? Socialist. If you are, and what is that? I see MFA trade union and penny for and go kumkum. Already, who see me there, me go, me trade union. And they did yeah, before we are, or say, women, yes, I need to be make home. I'm saying, every actually no. Oh, yeah, but far no. All that in the near cell will be in a chair, or Babona, Madame, and I general. She will be a general. Oh, 80 million. I saw for any to do on my year, 80 million. Say, Yakum. Oh, Sasa no yenimba miasi. Oh, yabekum amen swale. Arawosem. Amrati say, mimi nyetwe ntroni enti afami ho. Arawosem. Yabekum police ni. Obobai amabulam fine. Obiasi, oje police ni nti akuprosia emfa ne ho. Betima. Ya tuaba. Ya kumkum nipa ngoje. Omo so mo nya ndisi fo. Obiasi, omo ndisi fo de ku omo ti emfa. Aya wa suwe ko. Ya ko bo empiasu. Obiasi, mene empi emfa me ho. Yeah, 12 hours Parliament. Obia order, I'm a soldier for any process for a Parliament House. Oh, Obia see me MP and family. Yakum MP for me, no. Obia see Obia Assembly, my Minan MP, and family. Oh, and then. NDC Mabuno Asore Saya Kasa. Yes. Everything. NDC for Nanya. yɛn deɛ ɛfa yɛ ho me nua ɛfa mo nyinaa ho wɔn mɛka ho na yɛ nka mmɔ mu ɛhwɛ sɛ ɔman no tumi no ɛnyɛ ndisifoɔ na de hyɛ Akufo-Addo nsa o yɛne mu nyinaa na de hyɛ ne nsa enti sɛ ɔde saa tumi no ɛtete yɛn na sɛ ɛte ɛsɔre ne ɛkasa ho na obiara sɛ ɛmfa ne ho nyɛ ndisi nea mode a momfa nsa dan ho na ɔde bɛdi mu no na ɛbɛduru sɛ ɔbɛdane atuo no afra MPP party na ɛkasa mu a ɔnkunkum mu maako maako no wobɛhunu sɛ ndisifoɔ yɛkae
Ghana muntie na mansanya so
ɛnɛ Akufo-Addo ɔkɔ ayie bi ɔbɛkɔ biara mekɔ bi di mani kɔwu sɛ president no a ɔno ayɛ mmara no ɔte hɔ bi ɛno nti yɛn so no yɛntena hɔ sɛ yɛde COVID din already yɛde COVID yareɛ no din awia ɔman no sika yɛka wɔ sɛ ɛno nti no yɛntena hɔ sɛ yɛde COVID no ɛbɛwurawura yɛn na wɔn atena ase ɛde etumi ekunkum yɛn ɛnu nti demonstration no deɛ yɛbɛyɛ na mmom yɛbɛbɔ yɛn ho ban ɛnu nti sanitizers nipa binom wɔ mu a wɔkurakura sanitizers yɛkuta nose mask obi a wuni nose mask no biara no wobɛyɛ wɔn a wobɛnya bi ahyɛ yɛsrɛ mo selfie no so ɛyɛ a mo mma mo tete mo ntam ɛkakra na mframa mfa mo ntam na mo nya selfie no sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ a yɛbɛbɔ yɛn ho ban ɛfiri sɛ yɛka sɛ Nana Akufo-Addo sɛ yɛsu koraa yɛgya hem yɛso aduduro koraa yɛnom ta na sɛ yɛse yɛntena ase na COVID no nti wɔn mo kunkum yɛn maako maako a aboba no timi ku ntam ɛkyɛn COVID no mɛbu ana ɛno nti sɛ ɔmpɛ sɛ demonstration bɛba so a ɔma ɔman no monyo onyi ne vigilantefoɔ no mfiri soja mu onyi ne vigilantefoɔ mfiri polisi mu na ɔhwɛ sɛ nipa a yɛkunkum wɔn no nyinaa no nipa a ɔde saa wu no yɛbɛfa wɔn ho ntoma na yɛde wɔn afa mmara kwan so na wɔn a wɔn ahwere abusuafoɔ no wɔn nso no yɛbɛyɛ sɛ yɛbɛkɔmpɛsɛti wɔn yɛda mu nyinaa ase.
Ghana muntie na mansanya so adawuro Kofi Aman homene so ejiji tonton sansan ewo NEED 100.9 FM.
General Secretary for the National Democratic Congress, Urad Johnson Esiedu Nketia, ene demonstration amanyuko NDC ewan krahanum saying justice, march for justice and out say wakasawasieno. Studio no saying and so Urad KO FIE Kujo Amega of the NPP and Richard Manoribio of the NDC. Now Richard Nekasana Michaf so Ekoji yes KO FIE General Secretary of the NDC. Richard.
So, darling boy, and now the General Secretary of the NDC, the great NDC Ekano. Now, darling boy, you better krum ha. And then in answer, you cry, Nana the Akufo-Addo, invisible forces, military men, or release of call what? Can I see what? Don't even say, even pregnant women were brutalized in war. And Babuna, actually, a much woman, a soldier for allegedly, I am say, Omuka is Omu passing 4 days. E komaka de ko scatter women omo jet 3 omo de dwa e brunkofo de omo 2 and then many can say 20 of them are in the hospital receiving treatment. Now Abagye now one shepana during the elections now your elections 10 people lost their life and omandi boni bia o omo boni amaya say omampani John Dramani Mahama a win 2020 election omo jubilate here omo botio kum omo mu botio e kum omo live omampani baba de din speech also that only few deaths recorded no omampani can only few deaths recorded. just say kurom ha no akunkum no adulso Babaji akunkum too much. People are dying too much. Anything else yen yan sorry na kasa. We need economic liberation. Amount want to mean the deal. That be materials as I said, they ought to me 3 times a day. One share able and robber. Because say kurom ha uko to come skapa over did 3 times 3 square mile and easy. And in your course upon and don't think I am quano ya demonstration.
Medasi.
Kafika say ya namona ye keep it and yes as a Ghana for you know who say Tembre idiot and you fall because Ghana for to aba momo by force no maybe the gym or wanting and then you course.
Medasi.
The better ask him one thing, but media may say we are taught to we are near Paku Canembra. Let us demonstrate. But the whole world won't say, say, Quano, that me catch you say, me a business mind, I'm part me investment, I'm the Bagana crowd, Mesro. Near course party, a idea very dangerous.
Okay. Can we now say then?
I was so sure we know videos you're gonna patch. And the man who's going to say, Christmas hat na man say. Meaning say bronya no mood you. Patch nkwa kwesi we.
Okay. Yanko anyway, mamenyi makola nran ye see fire at all ye dying back we makola semi.
Kwesi akwesi me da bebre darling boy. Makola nsem ye see dia akwesi areho. Na me I've always said it say yeah national fire service no. Akwesi it needs a total overhaul of mindset. Akwesi utie die see ya na ya wo fire service wo makola na eja yesi jato mu no na eyese fire personnel 90 form ekokwohwe se eyampa se mo fresh eja no eja to ho ampa na ye de fire tender escore na ensuo nim enti fire hydrants na wo around makola no na enti ensuo ni hydrants ni mu ana because akwesi ya me nwanwa so enkrofo na omadwapade eja ahye no akwasi we hadwini bebre nanso enhiranka his excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo obatampa odwen ne man ho na o make sure say asem sia obetumi agina brane na wagye afiri saa ohawnim akwasi emra saa asem isi ye Accra mayor ekọ makola ho no ekohia omo asebe oye ne kese yi abọ won na amom ohaw ato won na wanhwe yakwasi kura ebetumi afa ho ama ebi kura ahwere nkwa ekwohwe nkran say abaya na adwen say obesete a commission of inquiry e de ahwehwe de yakosum no owia omo asabio omo getire ni omo sika ahye no abanya twasika kakra e de ama na wasan de ahye aso masene ama matumi agina brane asan hye adwuma asebio akwasi we yasem de. And you know, all this thing is coming about because you have a listening government, a government who is passionate about his people, or making sure that him move forward beton. And akwasuti yana abaya kofa 145 million grant be the aba. And this grant ya abande ba ya or defer through MBSSI and no be and as I say you no mo asema to mo makole. Akwasi omo ba be make sure say omo be nya bi the aba. Akwasi emra me we invested the year 2000. Me kwaje shop wo okanshi etena okanshi for 10 solid years enti akwasi se ejato okanshi a enya asam ketua obi wo hon ne niam wato nyina sika no kura gusto enti you cannot quantify any panel loss because obi wo hon ne nipa no kura sika na nko bank nipa na ba baji ni sika na wasan bre wo niam enti most often than not uko okanshi ni makola a lot of people have their monies a warm shopper and yes, can na bank. It is the damage that we see, and your damage kitwa. But you see, you say when you bo na etebiara esiso, and you better since when you be fra. And you see in your man penny or dream your man moon say, no was show mo me kasachre in your man so omunya botre. Na sabe, Gideon de share his excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo no, or that sorry and wa dream mo. Say at least omo loss nearby no or no super sika bi no dia so masene na asan ye dwetre foforo a ombetumi start e dia asan bibi na kwasi de eye nika ene akonokra omu ne say esamre mu a ye regular mu a na DBG neighbor Development Bank of Ghana no ye wholesale bank ne so ba beba na be so retail banks na sen na retail banks ni so tumi anya sika sabio omo so betumi dia boss adwadifo yi yi besia enti aban so masene a banks ni so be mo mu sika normal Sunday a statue madwuma no na kwasi o matumi a statue mo brafo fro bio medase
but before I reach it bebe mu me feel say idea back as yen nyina see can and he said and it doesn't go to MPP. Say MPP na was CCR. Nti wan hwe ana obi be run with it na akwa is okay man penyin na ado dan Kufuado. I think say this is how subsequent governments, some of my say past government, any subsequent ones now, ye. And they say institutions are here the necessary resources as some deal with Juma. Niama SSC at the mom, I can't SSC at the mom. And that's why I was a bit disappointed. Not that I'm not a bit, I'm disappointed in this story, that graphic. And sometimes the alacrity of Brunica said, be saying. This story on the front page of a daily graphic. Parliament approved allowances for presidential spouses. And your man penny, I understand says I do Kenyan and I do abbreviation. I am say a chassis. A chassis, I am say Mahama abbreviation crass at the 7th Parliament. So, but by in your be say, yeah, I will say a here. Ehu hia na bebia o man ye tie no nti me first lady me second me nim ade bia o me allowances in be do but me sure say me first or second lady crowd just say in fairness aya na sa first lady ni say oh you don't really need but me nim so instead of say scale where clear bay. Why don't we put it in certain areas? Bia really and truly bia ye here sa sikano na yedima first lady, second lady. What? And that's what I'm saying. Say nyama bia na mamu yano na quite say bia MPP NDC. But we should tell politicians more say timi catch when we give you people power, these are not the things that you people should do. And thereby you say kafuyoka. So omampeni ebia MBSSI CC Abem Sababe agency. I've forgotten the something enterprise agency. Yeah, it's something enterprise agency. So authority said agency is agency right. And thereby ebia sika nke betim dia ko share other areas betim dia boa. Ebia say ye pay isembe kukuru says kan yemfa nko boa yemfa so masni. Ebai I don't know say what follow commentary now everywhere. Yeah, the subono about Ghana National Fire Service. Yes, on betimi the subono be a bomb. But is it also not a fact to say they don't have the right tools and the equipment they use it to fight fire? And I mean child ye mu ebia etutu kwan kakra and me kwa manoni ebia me busu 40 just about if I say about 200 meters fire service station from station what I'm saying. Sometimes when they are moving, we share even the movement anyhow at here. And you see how these fire people fight. Na obaye die moi. Nti ejana edan bibia otimi say e hya se ketekete say fire for eso mutimi dum no. Oma begina ha. First of all, omu ni nsuo. We are blaming them. But ya Ghana for na so no. Say the 500 didn't crazy who are there near the fire service for now so betting is okay. The move be almost twins you no more Tom man for. But they don't all kinds of things. And for me, these are things politicians they be a to Obama mama if he says kafui. And I was expecting say you speak on that direction too. Because sometimes you ask yourself, say, am I now team to cry? And Uti, one of the commentary on pay near boy, I say, what's I'm so me to tax. Then so when you pay tax and you do these things, because say the tax that if you pay among boni anything. Have we? I say moba nyama hia na some ye na ye nyina ho toy no mo nye. I say nyama betom politicians I no pay na mo hia. I no pay me wa mo so only Richard na
akwasi me da say na o hwe the wo Kenya say Parliament approved salaries of spouses of first ladies, second ladies. Because these first ladies, second ladies, they have foundations they work directly into the economy. No, I know, say, John Dramani Mahama, JDM, Niyere, Lodina. She also had a foundation now Odeboa and Crawford. Her Excellency Rebecca Kufuado also have a foundation now Odeboa and Crawford. And then I can see Sasi Amin twins here. Yes, you Mutia Kambomi. And the president has taken up that man. We make sure Austin Ano.
It's a good thing. But the question cries, how do you say? Sana say bano. Because who wants to pa? It doesn't have to take the president.
Because your health insurance, yeah, guswa yeah building. Yeah, building ye in a yan buy one best any into buy ye. I could see so sandy jinan and naso. Now chichirin ye. So and no new how a woman. Then kaya no crown. You see the bianam kase. Say yeah the pro-poor policies neba. Na ye nuanmu ibana nkomu be som kra na nkomu de kona animu ankaye. Na nam say nyom no de buy your montie ase ni ntino. Omo ba no masi policy ni tirase. Na moja ba be gina ni trim. Aje se ye ba ye sandane no. E ma moja ne sane ko because ni nyina wo hwe foten back na ni nyina yo. But I well understand that like when you were saying this fire service and your way no because there are fire hydrants around Makola. Just say what tie say KAMA boss say they have to go all the way to Circle. They have to go all the way to Kaneshi to go and get water to come and fight the fire in Makola. Because it is a no situation. How can a fire guts in Makola? And then we need to go all the way to Circle. The traffic here, even fire tenders, even dimu and sand and crofo be more kwai, no more be kombe, ombe banana damage, you know, I severe. It is not something that we encourage that your course, no, it's not. But I believe that holistically we need to look at these institutions and ensure that we put the right structures in place. Because we will not speak to defend something that is defenseless. But we need to speak to truth and ensure that the right thing is done. Because fire hydrant had got water in it. Because the damage will not be as we see. Because me tie commentary ni be around that. Yes, here ya rubber in the catch fire. And this idea way by. So if instantly the tenders have water in them, this mess will not have gone to that level. It is not the best that we need to encourage. But at the end, we expect that the chief fire officer to come out and come and say, this is what we have requested. I can see and me bomb abaso now Pantan Hospital. The workers they have not gone on strike because they want money in their pocket too. They have gone on strike because they want to protect government assets. Mumetu war fa abaya sase won keke. Na mun ward off squatters. Any crofo mu encroach on abaya sase. Langas. Because say amanyofo hu ni pen mu bi wo mu nti. No mu so we interest in asase ni mu nti no. Omo meto war. They are encroaching on government lands with impunity. Now, Medina MC, they then are it's within her catchment area. And the young fans are sitting here. I said, yeah, mobile woman say, Sasa, a psychiatric firm up and doctor see so much strike into your mom or my bush for me, Joma Momakoi. I see so much red, no more TC and this if we more. On the boss of Troka, your baby, normally, the barber share a bang. Because Oma Baba Shisha Red Red Nakosoma Baba Frefrem. And I'm also so more way match for justice. Yenim baby free. Ubetia whom ham, neko for however. And I think that government needs to be proactive with some of its ministries. It is just for Ministry of Finance to release money. And now some buy your cost strikey. I feel almost say 8 months. I'm the battle one away. I can see how do you use 8 months out there to war? First war 8 months. It doesn't have to happen. First war in the next 2-3 months, it should be done. If only you have voted money, No one ma contractor ni sika and the resources are. It should be done in the next 2-3 years. And think Crawford strike out for the next 8 months.
It does.
Because these are the issues.
Mamintiu, Makola, fire. Richard.
Darling boy. Makola issue. And menu and more the boss about the NDC. It's an accident. I see. But I say who said fire service, Ghana fire service, or more duty say the fight fire only. They also have the obligation to prevent fire outbreak. And until so obesi fie, and also obesi shop, obesi hotel. Say Ghana fire service require fire assessment. No ma approve answer no even electrification kura na obey no. So we prescribe quality materials I would bet my for electrification so that obey na fire outbreak never because maybe most of our fire outbreak in our market electrical fault basically and the COVID to be bomb matches same for so I dey say legal connection e cause obey electrical touch now aba and answer where's now the electrify of you and strong enough why the gadgets now using more powerful than that one. So it's a duty of Ghana Fire Service to also do electrical assessment, fire assessment before we put in the structure. So, and your duty is only to fight water fire, but to prevent fire. But where the anyasi and then young say Mokola market and I mean building a jatum. But the aircraft and then say now fire service for no so tell now they could have fight fire as early as possible. Who compare that to other jurisdictions? Because maybe sister say who are UK pa, matter say UK do do them pa. Because me abusia for who are UK.
Oh dear.
When him say even in the other jurisdictions like UK and other jurisdictions, they let the omuma institution here juma. Omu prevent a government will prefer say obey release much money at their institution, even to say when you excess money down in case of any emergency. But you see, if you have trust in an agency, it's only problem. But Ghana, you can say, my scientists can say the Ghana police is a way expenditure and misleading us. Even in the presidency, almost contingency, critical expenses, saying, and that's the problem we have. And the Ghanaians will always fight, say, I am a tax because who tax no so using here, you feel it. The basic problem is say how to manage our state institutions and the state economy. And in your seminar, when they see say fire no na ensure any ho amudi back fight fire. Everybody, share the whole Mokola to Mokola, Ediko, Okaishi, the bar, Rollins Park, that area, Honey, the bar law school, Eddie Fasabe Drew, Eddie Beltama station. You have only 2 fire tenders. Two, only 2 hours. Look at that congested area. But share how much do that area give a state revenue? In even per hour. The Ghana person who manage your revenue at that area per hour. Every hour. To manage revenue mobilization in year per scanner every hour can buy two decent. They can say I'm buying any Ghana Fire Service, any Minister of Interior, no. Progressively and a visionary, no more say in future all these occurrences will happen because they will come here and China Katamantu. I see Katamantu fire outbreak. I see a man for Jatri, ebe drew her. And they say all these measures should put in place. And yes, I assembly see every year a man for training frustrations. Ebe cause of affair about tonight say. Abaya wa dwe nipa ho say obemo musika brabadi that's gonna baba mama nya ndana baba mo anya achira baba mama it takes more than 6 months a man for nya hwe minuti hai en chobe ho say man for demonstration was aska no so a man for release press release was can say that's kind of one every political mandate so only political party card omo dey ma it happens every time and the assembly say there say yan hwe abaya make measures e dey be to say in future evidence you. Anything under Mampene John Mills in his future as a future president, you say all the district assemblies, MMDCs, the fire tenders, Edima, all those areas. Anything they say for be Mokola for them, 2 fire tenders. You fire tenders. You who say most of the fire outbreak bus here, and yes, fire outbreak in the bar. Now you a man for a pra. A janitor to buy to me, Kwanya Benz or get the ambulance to the Kahun. And you won't be a fire tender, no ambulance general. Okay, pardon me, everywhere there's a fire tender, there's an ambulance. So in case a fire outbreak in the bar, in case of fire outbreak in the back. Now emergency case, now ambulance not me and them. Now paramedics. Now paramedics.
Ambulance.
Now far microphone that hospital.
Richard.
So our measures was prevention of the fire outbreak.
Okay, so you
and yes, sir. Your prevention. And yes, sir. Better as I'm not saying so. Yeah, the bank back. And the bank by the Muja International Munko Bank of Gojiska. I say the wholesale bank back. Now that we are bank microfinance 170 million euro. Now be 170 million euro. Not the consultant back. Now consultant be 40% of the 170 million euro. Now I can say over microfinance because your Chrome Exim Bank buy you're disbursing $900 million into agricultural sector. Disbursement and I just said that's a serious governance. And yes, we try wholesale banking. Into me dear, yes, part dear. Me just say and can say abencha now and you many me fire hydrants now saying and yeah shabi then for more Ghana Fire Service. Almost face a whole lot of problems. So when you kwenya on your mukasa, about and some hopper. Even their leadership problem hop up and yes, it's an Minister of Interior. Maybe I can say, woman agents near Juma. These are not security issues. These are national security threat to the community. And when you hear demonstration, if institutions are not working, the whole giant institution to dormant. I near Juma. The one you know all the security agencies. They won't hear power any fire service because even though police and the military and interior and immigration service, but fire service there. And most fire is a good servant, but it can also be a bad master too. Just say ways and means now in future the previous government have done its best and can just say on buy what me actually the normal that 2 years let me acquaint maybe you say me believe say yan solution to all this problem the ban say china yes I'm try say kan wasem na enya asem no be na AMA boss I share MP atadia ko general say per se yan to abama ne nkro for nti campaign. Let's stop all this and prevent and protect the people of this nation. That's the most important thing.
Okay. Yeah, that's well. So my main closing comment here, Brian Asuna, me nyam kwan no pay na Richard Muntimi kwatwa ayem wedwuma. So Kafui, your closing comments.
Akwasi, the year can say Esra Ghana police Denian Muya omoye match for yamani peaceful na na ebi akofa o ha obi aba Denianum so yesre won omo kwei no empanifo no de omo di anim na omo di akire no nso no omo make sure say on be keep what their leaders have told them na on betumi match peacefully na omo de akọ sabio yankon kwoti opera bia ne o ha bia emma eye peaceful match no omo kwasi aboagye eye say omo say omo akọ hospital ya diagnose omo so omo yare nketente nti omo nye health exercise health work yomo ye health work on so de onkon for pra ensanfan nti e besere omo health work yomo ye omo nya ne boko na omo nya fatigue omo team fifiri na omo nkofi na omo wash down omo ensanfam ra ye wi a na fe de ya ba behwe omo ko en de ekosi ye me de minim se anya hwe kra no MPP has the numbers. NDC equally also have the numbers. But numbers here ye hu de to say labor ne we type no na awesome no. Now opese M1 ye dame no. Na make catch to the duane to na ye dame nti we na ye dame e no mo de ko. That's baby.
Yes, me that's ma Richard.
Dali boy, me that kind of thing na see. Mbabu no omo ba omo tinsim wanted so over 500,000 me expect say. We have almost getting over 1 million youth on the street. OTS dame. Ghana phone etuaba. Ghana phone emusa wiyan mo wo ni said here. Ebi achi so otia no mo omo be show. And also osi wa ba na wo so person kan no kra. The youth on the street eka. Ghana phone babu na omo wie school. Be see na omo papa retirement benefit na omo nya di. Omo tifie na omo di no omo abanten. Na ye ma me na omo di dwatire na nsai omo ko bu omo wa apimfo na omo kum omo. Robesa omo be kum krofo omo abuse fo omo mountain de omo tinse mountain ne omo tie adwuma a omo say sectors na omo ye adwuma enkrofo bi omo state agencies omo hinta omo ye mpese ye omo adi omo hu say ne ekoso no enye ne omo hu say judgment debt ebo krom ha edoso no $170 million $150 million na ekoso no $15 million a ekoso no omo mountain omo tinse mountain over 500 to 1 million people omo mountain so what ha na uji say the 1 million people on the street are demonstrating. Some are demonstrating in their various constituencies. Among them, Chrome are demonstrating.
MPP the last time.
MPP for ya.
Okay,
Oman who say. MPP for Oman who say.
The last time I say
MPP for Oman who say Oman Montie akoye campaign aboa MPP and then Oman disappoint Oman Montene. Amuyambo. Nti udi oti ase dami ya. Udi say uti aka say health worker. One share yenyi na yenim. One share say what I mean say na health for diagnose you are. And yet in NDC, and yet in the people of Ghana, the majority Ghanaians are on the street today. And that yet, the whole world is watching. International community is watching. Even the United States of America, embassy issue statement say the nation is not safe. And the for the demonstration, they just say the insecurity of this nation is too much. But say, in their numbers. Let's keep on demonstrating. Let's demonstrate and demonstrate. Now our edge say, fix the country for us. Demonstrate. And roadmap. Then demonstrate. After that, so people will demonstrate. Now, in demonstration, even if one person demonstrated, it is demonstration.
I can see the last time. I can see the last time. Now, okay, say, and penny for no mutrimu they are home use near man no moto. Okay, NCA. We now okay. I can see a chance son who says someone now can no when you say GPGC agreement, no. Sir, Omokofa home use machines nearby. I can see a mobile home use machine. I can see who you do for now. I can see some home use machine and home use machine and demonstration. And then, oh yeah.
Time to go. KO FIE, could you McGann of the NPP, and Richard Menoribe of the NDC and a pain out here Monka. Yeda Masi Papa and Penifue. Yeda Moamuti Medie, I say, with a message by Yeda say Ebua na main to me and kind, minim so the betchemi, Yana Dawson. Leviticus powers or see NDC. My question to you is that you and your many violent demonstrators against the East, ECOC saying or demonstrating ECOC saying that is Leviticus powers not here, by Jagos once on those are demonstrating. We are begging you to do a peaceful demonstration as well as expecting okay. So you want them to do a peaceful demonstration. Mensa Thompson, you and your people shouldn't drag parliamentary members backward with political propaganda. Pichi Brim from Abraham Konoji message way the by Pablavi or Pokia Se Benghazi. Ghanaians must put their lives in their own hands because President Kufuor's security machinery are falling into the water. That is one here from Kablan V. Is it the Mensa Thompson who's renting a single shared apartment who was brought up recently? He's a joke. Onel Amponsa, or Amsterdam, no dear no buy. I had him saying, and I'm a DC, Michel Moam. Watching and Kwanya Hoarding, Ewoha, Yebesan Bania Baba Twasso. My name is Baba Karensa, a brain and a Jewa Horma of TB. Pejo Damiado time a cheap. Prima boy with social media. Miami D. who chami Pimpia Nyama. Yet don't draw an Yama name Mubai. Pesia boy, Jenny Dean. Midamina say, I mean, can't haunting and immature your baby and shot. One to me can't make.
me mochi o Fiora.
Yes on. Machi o Fiora. If you are making your so, hey, Eura, and Fossa Mamsu, what? I buy for such yammy. Mujam no. Once so prepare.
Oh, what fee? With dear men person if you are become. If you are ready, across the elbow. Mama Quasori. Every castle. What? It was a so bad shower crab kumpo, Winya. Onipa da sane timi koto this way chocolate drink no ne yire ne ma edin so ehia twabianom anopa no wi a wasade bia hye fridge mu wo mako school pon a wasan ba be yianom enim pore se ne nka ne twaso mu pa ende ye rekore ne fie wura beti ha anopa dio awia dio enumre dia mo no makodew mo mame na mu wi a ma soro akotra so ndem se ye kosum ya
Mesi na dia ya late nso miyanki kabinje fiera ya wi ya kwasere bo fache ke efiera wuti fia se light we no water bi oba wuntua bi wo boa se sika na fa koto this way chocolate drink na ba no
hwe me catch you play fa said this way chocolate drink no metumi ato bi pa na so na me so mo ahwe wate e de me hia ne nsuohie na nsuohie so me ntoi se me bufu a metumi ato bag mu a wate yeah fiera we nko ade ma abunfu e koto mi
fiera fi de ya bro ma abunfu bi
munyam sumponie na mo ba ya trimodefo
FDA anhwe se adwede nkratoe mo agye atom se eye
Cool, fresh and trendy with a new look. Makes you feel real good, that refreshing vibe. Satisfies you right just the way you like. Do you know? Ain't gotta do it alone. Specialized makes you flow. Anytime, anywhere. Specialized feel different. Always think specialized. Special Ice Natural Mineral Water. Feel different. Think special. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Fiora, me mochi o Fiora. Yes on.
Machi o Fiora. Efiera mechia wonye so.
Hey, Eura, enfase mamsu. What? I buy for such yame. Mujam no.
Once so prepare.
Oh, what fee? We dear men person if you are become. If you are ready, across the elbow. Everybody. Mama Quasori. Yeah, Pompaye. Everybody castle. What? It was a so bad shower crab kumpo, Winya. Onipa da sane timi koto this way chocolate drink no ne yire ne ma edin so ehia twabianom anopa no wi a wasade bia hye fridge mu wo mako school pon a wasan ba be yianom enim pore se ne nka ne twaso mu pa ende ye rekore ne fie wura beti ha anopa dio awia dio enumre dia mo no makodew mo mame na mu wi a ma soro akotra so ndem se ye kosum ya
Mesi na dia ya late nso miyanki kabinje fiera ya wi ya kwasere bo fache ke efiera wuti fia se light we no water bi oba wuntua bi wo boa se sika na fa koto this way chocolate drink na ba no
hwe me catch you play fa said this way chocolate drink no metumi ato bi pa na so na me so mo ahwe wate e de me hia ne nsuohie na nsuohie so me ntoi se me bufu a metumi ato bag mu a wate yeah fiora we nko ade ma abunfu e koto mi
fiora fi de ya bro ma abunfu bi
munyam sumponie na mo ba ya trimodefo
FDA anhwe se adwede nkratoe mo agye atom se eye
Ya no me bibrime ye nya kofa tu yeso etu esi be mabo okunkunim kofa ejina ne so akwara paadi kokwe hu ededa mana e kire no